injured here, 3v3, Typhon Arena, blue side. It's qwertysucks plays an Eldar Farseer support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs with some debuffs and control abilities too, alongside a couple of Tyranid players. First up is Weeksg, plays a Lictor alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some awesome offense and even a little bit of support from this guy. Rounding off the team is Helgron, plays a Hive Tyrant, very durable commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed on very good offense, disruption and supports. Red team, Hobo is a force commander, some very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. And a couple of chaos players alongside. We have Starf1sh as a chaos sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities. This is the Thousand Suns elite scheme. And rounded off the teams is Marutectz as a plague champion, starts off range combat with his damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow, getting absolutely mobbed by Tyranids. And Marutectz is using the Death Guard elite scheme. Recently updated that plague champion model, looks awesome. Massive brouhaha at the bottom. Hormagaunts just about getting away. Going to be very interesting actually. We have two Tyranid players versus two Chaos players. These two Tyranid players could be incredibly dangerous with that Lictor alpha and all of the support from the Hive Tyrant. He can get improved synapse, he can drop brood nest. The Lictor alpha can drop his pheromones also. Might have to see some defensive play from this plague champion, some shrines in tier 2, turrets, maybe even Tyranids though, handily winning that first engagement, even have enough to push against a central power here with double termagants. And top we have Farseer versus Force Commander. Howling Banshees getting involved early on, double Dire Avengers into Howling Banshees for Qwerty, and Hobo with just tactical marines on the field, and that's it. Scouts getting their shotguns up as you'd expect against those Howling Banshees. Did kill a bunch of Dire Avengers there. In fact, killed 6. Right, yes. Did they bash? They shot up the node a bit. Lictor alpha is infiltrated. None of this stuff. Can see him, and there's the flesh hook. Instantly getting this squad into a whole lot of trouble. There's doom bolts firing off from the Chaos Sorcerer. Can he get a model of these Chaos Space Marines, this Lictor alpha? He stayed in combat way too long there. Should have been backing away as soon as he got flesh hooked, I think, waiting for these heretics to move in. There's consume on those heretics, returning energy to the Chaos Sorcerer, fires off another doom bolt. That was a pretty nicely hit one as well. But wow, quadruple termagants, good luck for those heretics that get in there. You might have to see some grenade launcher action from at least one of the players. Spore mines on the field. These are from Helgron, and heretics really don't like fighting spore mines. Ouch, almost wiped the squad there, but they are taken down eventually. Havoc's on the field for Marutectz, I think a very good choice considering they're up against double Tyranids here. And another Havoc squad from Starf1sh, so we might see the extended carapace from the Hive Tyrant, maybe some Raveners up. In fact, we have both players going for Warrior Brood. Helgron with double Hormagaunts, double Termagants. Farseer gonna come and bash the central prayer, which is something that the top player needs to do. It's one of their jobs on this map, is to not only control the top, but also come down and put pressure on this power, make the other teams think about defending this power instead of fighting bots. Red team are taking it. Plague Champion's capping that. Does he have anything up? Nope. Can't see any Commander War gear. Starf1sh going for the Sigil of the Rift. That's something you'd see against Tyranids that often. Wow, those Hormagaunts. Are they Hormagaunts or Termagants? They are Hormagaunts wiped out there. Those were weak, so now he does not have Hormagaunts. Sigil of the Rift, usually used against setup teams, which Tyranids don't have. Qwerty does though, and he could dislodge some Barb Strangler Warriors with it, which might be nasty. Maybe even more than one squad of Termagants he could catch in there. We'll see. Havoc's coming into play with that, instantly suppressing heavy bolter, and he's just gonna power through here. Ouch! Really nice doom bolts and a full retreat from Helgron. That Hormagaunt brood did survive though with 2 models. I hear Banshees screaming. They are top, fighting some Assault Marines who jump the Shuriken and then back away from the Shuriken. The Shuriken can set up again. Howling Banshees in amongst them, special attacks going off, and that is what makes these ladies so dangerous. Getting those special attacks combined with those power swords, it means lots of dead Marines, and they do get away with 2 models, which is perhaps reasonably lucky to do so. Shuriken caught by the Force Commander, and they run away. Force Commander levels to 2. Don't think he wants to fight a bunch of Howling Banshees, we'll see. They already have the aspect of strength. Sorcerer is slowed down by the Toxic Sacs, Crippling Poison. Banshees running riot, but now they are suppressed. Raptors jumping in, these are from Starf1sh. Instantly forced off though by the mass of Termagants. Could have kept them in play there, I think, for sure. Now the Force Commander's on his own. Trying to get models off the Termagants before he's forced off. You saw that Barb Strangler coming in. It's such an awesome weapon. Instant suppression, good damage, and area of effect. But it is 25 power. Havoc's suppressing a blob of Tyranids, but there's the charge from Extended Carapace. Already has the warp field up as well. Now going after those Havocs, keeping them tied up, trying to get models off. Hormagaunts coming in to support, and we have a heavy bolter turret up from that Plague Champion. How long is this thing going to last? We might see some Tyrant guards in tier 2 then. Because I don't think Zoanthropes do a lot of damage to turrets with their psychic PvP damage. I'm not sure though. He's got into combat with it with the Hive Tyrant, and turrets cannot fire at things in melee range. They might finish off those Hormagaunts as they retreat though. No, they do not. Those CSM should have meleeed them as they ran away, and down goes the turret. Nicely done by Helgron. Raptors now in amongst Hormagaunts, no sorry, double Termagants and Barb Strangler warriors. Look at the damage that Barb Strangler is doing each shot. Needs to back it away though, needs to be more alive to this threat here. Got another good shot in, but now he's up against a Sorcerer who's used Coruscating Flames on himself. It's going to town, and this Warrior Brood's in huge amounts of trouble. Helgron is going to lose them. Wow, really poor play there. Should have backed away as soon as he saw those Raptors. Back away, back away, back away. Fire your Barb Strangler, and so on. But he just stood there firing it. 383, 435. Marutectz going tier 2. In fact, everyone apart from Starf1sh and qwertysucks on their way to tier 2. Marutectz, the first player to go. Tyranid players not afraid to replace the squads they lost. Weeksg replacing his Hormagaunts without an upgrade so far. Helgron not replacing his warriors, going straight into tier 2. The Hive Tyrant, of course, can drop warriors from his global bar in tier 2, and the red team's natural power here completely wiped out. And look at the pressure here from qwertysucks. Put his guardian weapon team with a shuriken cannon to cover, and he's pushing forward. He's been aggressive here. He's been a bit too aggressive. He's trying to get grenades off, I think. This is a very ballsy move. There's the grenade throw. He might wipe those Havocs. Very nice move. Almost wiped them out. Very, very close. If he threw both of them in the right place, he would have. He was trying to wipe the Heretics as well, I think. But good play there from qwertysucks. Brave play. And now he's forcing off Tactical Marines. Doesn't get a model though, but he might get a model off these Assault Marines. These guys are just getting wrecked by the Banshees left and right. And qwertysucks backs away. That's a good play there. Farseer has her Armor of Fortune and Spirit Stones. Has that Spiritual Rights heal. It's a massive heal. 368, 411. Also gives her some buffs when she revives allies. As you can see, restores her health and energy and gives her extra XP, I believe. 368, 403. Blue team capping bottom. The Hive Tyrant has his Venom Cannon, so there's that weird combo of Extended Carapace and Venom Cannon, so we can charge into combat and then shoot them in the face. Red team getting this power bash as well. It's not good. They're going to lose both powers. Venom Cannon is predominantly a large target weapon, but you can hit infantry with it. It does do a small amount of area of effect, I should say. And there's a Blight Grenade, ouch, on the double Hormagaunts. Almost wiped them out completely there. If it was a bit more support, and now it's spread to all of this stuff. And Havoc suppressing them too. But they're okay, they should be able to back away. No sign of a brood nest, which is a bit surprising. 368, 345. What's going on here? Assault Marines getting caught by the Shuriken. Howling Banshees were coming in there, and they do have their Rex up. You see her at the front with that Executioner Spear. Good damage to all targets from that. And there's Infiltrated Scouts with a nice shotgun blast. But again, Hobo seems to get caught constantly with one unit at a time fighting, and he's just getting forced off by QWERTY over and over again. He's not making many runs for this natural VP though. There's a plasma cannon which is not actually set up, and now it's moving down. War shout from the Howling Banshee, Thunder Hammer on the Force Commander because of that. Awesome disruption weapon, but he is forced off there, and in fact might go down in retreat, and does go down. There's Dark Flames from the Chaos Sorcerer, and a Autarch dropped in. And look at that passive damage resistance buff to those Howling Banshees, going to support them even more. And they get in amongst the plasma cannon. The Autarch is not moving now. There we go. There's a leap. Banshee's taking out a plasma cannon. These ladies are running riot. He should have got double shotgun scouts, I think, because he's really struggling to contain them. And now he needs to contain. Ouch. CSM wiped. Now he needs to contain for an Autarch as well. Here are those shotgun scouts. They have a sergeant, and superb work from QWERTY. Now he's bashing power again. 368, 320. Here's a noble shrine. Will periodically suppress enemies and heal allies, and if you worship it, it will also allow you to reinforce. Looks like it's going to go down here though. Hive Tyrant getting shots. There is the Brood Nest, allows you to reinforce allies, and there is the demonic summoning from the Chaos Sorcerer's global bar, spitting out blood letters, as you can see, and this will also allow you to reinforce now. There's nothing around to benefit from that, but it is causing havoc in there. It's a good thing to use against a heavily defended line. And there's a Noxious Cloud from the Plague Champion. That is superbly done. Gonna wipe out at least one squad there, I think. Wow, I think he got 2 squads. Wow. He is kicking ass with this Noxious Cloud. These double termagants were reinforcing off the Brood Nest, which is why they survived, but they still lost. How many models did that thing take out? It took out 2 full squads, I think. Yeah, Helgron lost both of his Hormigaunt Broods. 368, 320 was not far away from losing his termagants as well. He's going straight tier 3. This is a massive risk. Lictor Alpha's going to go down, yep. qwertysucks might need to come bot and help out now. Double Dire Avengers with their Exarch leaders. Bang, Plasma Cannon gets the shots in. Now Assault Marines in amongst. The Autarch is there, and she has her own spear, which is a power melee weapon, 65 DPS, as you can see, which is pretty nasty. And that was a pretty nasty Plasma Cannon shot. Farseer now having a word with them. She's level 2. Assault Marines again forced to retreat. Not seen them use their Merciless Strike yet, which would help them out a lot, but they're caught by Banshees in retreat, and they lose another model, and that was the Sergeant as well. So he's seriously kicking ass with his Howling Banshees. They're level 2. Autarch on her way to level 2 also. Hit the Farseer level there. Yep, she hit 3. Bloodletters on the field for Starf1sh. Phasing out and then instantly retreating. Spore Mine drop is this? No, it's a Warrior Brood drop from Helgron. That would have done a bunch of damage if it hit that stuff, and it reinforces allied units. So it's a pretty awesome global. Heretics backing away. Plague Champion in retreat. Still with just those black grenades. Maybe the Biosphere would do some good for him here, because they haven't really bashed power, red team. I don't think they've bashed it at all. 341, 320. Red team are really on the back foot with all those power bashes until that Noxious Cloud just wrecked bottom, and Helgron went tier 3, which is a massive risk. There is a Tyrant Guard on the field from Weeksg, but it's taken las cannon hits, or at least it was. Lictor Alpha now in amongst with Feeder Tendrils, a power weapon that heals the Lictor Alpha, and Deadly Jump, and that was another Dark Flames from the Sorcerer. There's Coruscating Flame on the Raptors. As you can see, the Hive Tyrant does have a special attack even with that Venom Cannon. Also retains his melee charge. Does a reasonable amount of melee damage actually, but attacks very slowly when he has that Venom Cannon. He's getting taken down though, yes. Raptors leveling to 2, but I don't think they want to stay in that fight with those Warriors. That would be a risk, and the Warriors losing a model. Sorcerer almost up to level 5. He's been quite killy in this game. Robes of Torment is up. 341, 394. Lictor Alpha goes down, but does revive the Hive Tyrant. Is he going to get away though? Yes, does get away. The Tyrant Guard is in shield wall mode, but here comes a las cannon. Shield wall means the Tyrant Guard, I should say, gains vehicle armor and heals itself, but a las cannon rip through vehicle armor. Warthog jumping in offensively. Assault Marines jumping themselves. They're going to try and tie up this Shuriken cannon, I think. No, he's going straight after those Howling Banshees. No sign of that merciless strike. Thunderhammer going to work. These Banshees in trouble all of a sudden. There's the Levitation Blade, and that saves the Howling Banshees. Or does it? They're still taking shots as they retreat. 9 hit points. The Assault Marines do not have the energy to jump after them. That would have wiped those Banshees, but they do get away. And it's the X-Up who gets away. Shuriken also gets away. There's a Spirit Stone's Spiritual Rights heal. Level 4 Farseer doing really well. 341, 294. What's going on bottom? It's all kicking off. Havoc's trying to set up, but there's a bunch of Tyranids right around them, and we have Marco Zinch, Chaos Space Marines level 4. Really good for targeting Warrior Broods with that Inferno PvP damage. This Capillary Tower is still here. Raptors doing quite well actually, almost level 3. Hive Tyrant can be pretty damn good at counter initiation with his seismic raw rending talons, but he's gone for that venom cannon. And I think he's missing a scary melee weapon right now, especially combined with the charge. Lictor Alpha is still down. Space Marine Dreadnought from Hobo. qwertysucks is in tier 2, in tier 3 I should say, but he doesn't have the rec position to get anything. Has tons of power. He might go straight for an avatar here. Red team now pushing bottom, and Helgron has really, I think, made a mistake going tier 3 that quickly. Didn't get anything in tier 2 apart from that venom cannon, I don't think. 323, 294. He does have another. He dropped that Warrior Brood. That's what he did. And they do have their adrenal glands, and he has Hormagaunts under melee synapse, getting the endless swarm. So it looks like he's going for lots of little Tyranids build straight into tier 3 monstrous creatures, perhaps. Mark of Nurgle Predator. This thing will regenerate health and now has the melee resistance aura with the Mark of Nurgle, which is awesome. Makes it really tough. Crap ton of hit points as well, as you can see. 302, 294. qwertysucks is bottom now. And now Nurgle Worship will give some health regen to that tank, and look at that health regen. Venom Cannon's getting shots in though. Here come Howling Banshees are dead. Mark of Nurgle Predator, just as I bigged up how tough it is with melee resistance aura and health regeneration. It gets taken down in seconds. Nurgle Shrine doesn't help your vehicles out, and a foot retreat from Marutectz, who did not recognize the threat of the Eldar coming in, and loses his tank very quickly. Red team taking both of the natural victory points now. They have a double cap. 277, 294 is very close on VPs. Another Nurgle Predator with that melee resistance aura and health regeneration, and that green crap coming out of its autocannon shells. It does reduce the initial damage, but it does get that damage over time. Noxious Cloud again trying to finish off the Howling Banshees, but they do get away. Are they level 4? They must be. They're level 3 in fact. Down goes the Predator tank again. 2 Nurgle Predators lost in seconds. Need to be a bit more careful with those things. And there is a wasted, completely wasted Tyranno formation nuke from, who was that? Must have been Helgron. Well, it forced off this. Wow, it forced off this stuff. It's going to allow him to cap actually. Oh, look at this. A stuck Dire Avenger. 213, 294. Swarmlord on the field for weeks. Helgron still yet to get anything out in tier 3. He has enough for a Carnifex. Dreadnought turns to engage the Warrior Brood, doing that big chunk of splash damage with the melee resistance aura now, of course. Warrior Brood don't really stand a chance against that thing. 189, 294. Lots have been said about that melee resistance aura on the walkers. Most people think that it's generally fine, with some people saying that the Carnifex, the Thornback Carnifex, now a bit too powerful with that melee resistance. And Helgron is getting a Carnifex, so we might see that thing in action. 161, 294. Personally, I think the counters for melee walkers remain the same. Get your las cannons out, get your snares, and shoot them down. Don't try and fight them in melee combat. Lictor Alpha level 4 has Pheromone. Just jumped in to say hey to the Howling Banshees, and they are bashing gens. Vortuck capping, and we're going to see a 2-to-1 for blue team, because Weeksg is completely top now. And look at this, Helgron is also going top. They're putting all of their eggs in this basket, which usually means you're going to lose this power. But we will see. Dreadnought causing havoc. Raptors jumping in, suppressing this stuff. Really nicely timed jump there. Stone Guard veterans of Hellfire rounds loaded in. Tons of stuff getting wiped. Helgron not paying attention to his Termagants there, or his Hormagaunts, or both of them. He lost the squad completely. Swarmlord has the energy to use his Leech Essence if needed, so should be reasonably safe there. There's a Dark Flames. Swarmlord allows you to reinforce allies around it and gives you a speed buff to Tyranids. So it's a pretty awesome soup unit to use when you have more than one Tyranid player. There's the time field from qwertysucks. Army Assyrian also has that gravity blade as you saw earlier. Power bashed. Hive Tyrants down here. It's close. 144, 258. Blue team holding on to this 2-to-1. But how long before red team just send everything top and clear it out? We do have another Chaos Predator, no marks. Marutectz with some chosen Plague Marines at bottom. Those melee Plague Marines that the Plague Champion get from his global bar. Thunderhammer going to town on Warrior Brood. Level 5 Force Commander really has done quite well since he got that Thunderhammer, I think. Artificer and Iron Halo up. Fire Prism getting shot. Swarmlord backing the hell away from this Dreadnought, which does have Dark Age of technology up to 1620 hit points at level 2. What is Bloodletters trying to do now? Trying to fight a Swarmlord. It's not going to work out very well for you. Level 3 Bloodletters is going to lose them. Not paying attention at all. Starf1sh loses his Bloodletters. This is a Carnifex with Thornback not going after the Dreadnought. Is it stuck? What is it doing? 144, 229. Fire Prism trying to finish it off. Bang! And does so. Red team controlling bottom. They need to come top and help out. Here come those chosen Plague Marines. They do not have a melee charge. Really struggle with their mobility. We'll see how they do. 137, 229. Two Carnifexes going absolutely ballistic. Both Thornbacks. How are they going to deal with this? They need las cannons and stuff up here. They do have an auto cannon and a las cannon. Las cannon needs to come up. This needs to get Marco Zinch, and it does. 128, 229. Space Marine Predator backing away. Also gets a las cannon up. This should help them try and deal with these monstrous creatures, but down goes a Predator tank. Fire Prism doing a superb job taking out the Dreadnought, and now finishing off that tank, I believe. Whoa! Trying to formation, wiping out a bunch of heretics. That was nuts. 124, 226. Tyranid is starting to go absolutely ballistic here. This Carnifex needs to back away, back to HQ and regenerate its health. And it is going to do so, I think. Can this Predator tank finish it off? It goes down anyway. It was chosen Plague Marines that take down the Carnifex. These guys with power melee damage and a damage over time. And I'm not actually sure. I think that damage over time is a heavy melee damage over time, so it might do a lot of damage to vehicles. 124, 185. They're forced off here though. The remnants of the Tyrant formation still remain, and they will be providing a synapse to the Tyranid creatures. 124, 167. Absolute mayhem since all the players came top. And look at this, blue team taking bottom, or not. A bit of a standoff here. The Lictor Alpha is not paying attention to these heretics who are capping, and he lets them finish the cap. 124, 159. Carnifex having a contemplative moment there. Now he's coming bottom under the speed buff of the Swarmlord. Down goes the Warthog, down goes that Predator tank, and that was a terrible engagement for Starf1sh. But Helgron also looking pretty damn thin, has termagants and a zone thrope out late game. Bit of an odd choice. Avatar on the way for qwertysucks, and he has 999 red. Needs to use some Eldritch Storms. If you can find a good place to use them, maybe to stop a cap at bottom or something. 2-1 cap for red. There's an orbital from Hobo, catching some termagants, but not a whole lot else. It doesn't even wipe the termagants out. 95-159. Not a very good nuke versus vehicles. Does do a good amount of damage to them, but they can move away quite easily. Another Tyrant formation, and we have some Chaos Terminators on the field, looking pretty awesome with the Thousand Suns elite scheme. Twinning Bolters and Power Fist trying to outshoot a Fire Prism. Not going to help out very well for them. With Twinning Bolters, Swarmlord, ouch, taking las cannon shots, Vengeance round shots, and standing in the time field. Las cannon now well out of range though, and the Swarmlord is going to live, I think. Or is it? Chaos Terminators, I thought they were going for some Power Fist action, but no, teleported in, started shooting stuff. There is the Chains of Torment again. 76-159. What's going on bottom? Hive Tyrant coming to cap it. Is he going to be able to? Is Marutectz alert to what's going on there? Noxious Cloud combined with Chains of Torment, really good combo there. Can't quite finish off the squads. You see all that red effect there is the demoralization from the Chaos Terminators when they kill stuff. They demoralize it, and Noxious Cloud wiping out some Rippers. Autarch dropped on the Terminators. That did a hell of a lot of damage. Wow, he might lose these guys. Carnifex trying to chase them down. I think he pretty much knows he's going to lose this Carnifex. And he's trying to take out the Terminators before he does so. He's charging out. He might save it. Oh, and it bugs out. Going to lose it now, I think. Predator attack needs one more shot. The Chaos Terminators who have Lightning Claws do get away. Predator tank goes down, and the Carnifex lives with 20 hit points. He needs to keep moving. There we go. 76-118. Double cap for blue team. Really nice save from Qwerty. Autarch is going to go down though. Yeah, loses her. Plague Champion is level 7. He has Armor of Pestilence. Light Grenades, might want to get that Pestilence, that Plague Fist up. Pestilence Strike really helps you cap. 76-98 and 1-1 cap. Red team holding bottom. Great Unclean One is there as well, so they should be able to hold it. But here come a bunch of Tyranids Zone Throat, Lictor Alpha level 5, and a bunch of Termagants. Great Unclean One with all of this support should be easily able to deal with that. Chosen Plague Marine is level 2 down here, up to 24-75 hit points. That's kind of getting shots on the Avatar of Cain, but he will go and start wailing on these Devastators, will he? He gets one of them with a sink kill. That's gotta hurt. 76-98. Plague Marines on the field for Starf1sh. He now only has Terminators and Plague Marines. So blue team, red team really are holding on by the skin of their teeth. Red and Clean One going to town. This is a Thornback. No, it's not. It's a default Carnifex. If that was a Thornback, the Grey and Clean One would have been in tons of trouble. I think blue team are going to take bottom. I thought he could hold it, but a bunch of monstrous creatures coming in. He's not going to hold against this. He's going to lose his Great and Clean One. I think he's trying to take out that Carnifex before he goes down. It's risky, and I don't think he's going to do it. Down goes the Great and Clean One. This stuff needs to run away. Chosen Plague Marine is taking down the Carnifex yet again. And that Great and Clean One will explode, healing allies and heavily damaging enemies. Is the Hive Tyrant going to be close enough to get hit? Wow, almost wiped out his shield there. 76-46. Yep, Heretics trying to Doom Blast a Swarm Lord. Not the best choice, lads. Going to be a triple cap for blue team. Looks like they're going to take this. 76-34. Absolute mayhem in tier 3. Losses all over the place. Lightning Claw Terminator is going after the Swarm Lord. Will do a reasonable job with all of that power melee damage. But Swarmlord has some support now. Zone Throat coming in with shots, and there is that Hive Tyrant also. Venom Cannon getting shots on those Terminators. They are supported by that Shrine. What's going on top? Not a whole lot. Your dead Farseer has her singing sphere now. There's a GG, 76-1, and there's the double cap for the victory for blue team. Qwerty finished the game still with 999 red. Didn't use his nuke at all. I think he was the player of the match though. Did a superb job top. Controlled it. Bashed bottom. Supported bottom when he could. Made good choices throughout in terms of his unit composition. But should have used his nuke at some point. Starf1sh with Terminators at the end. Both the Chaos players losing their Predators really quickly. And Hobo also lost at least one Predator tank. So it wasn't a day for tanks. No way. Qwerty, wow, he got a level 4 Fire Prism at the end. Monstrous creatures did really well, were really powerful when they came on the field, as we expected, I suppose. Swarmlord was still going. He's got a commanders. Lictor Alpha level 5, level 10 Eldar Farseer, level 8 Hive Tyrant, level 6 Force Commander, level 8 Sorcerer had the Tome of Subjugation at the end. And a level 8 Plague Champion as well. Looks like he did not upgrade his weapon. And there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.